attention to the question of digital ID through this Westminster Hall debate. So many of my constituents in South Derbyshire have contacted me to share their views ahead of today's debate, including well over 400 comments shared to a Facebook post where I asked them for their views, good, bad and perceived bad. Whilst there is a wide variety of opinion, many of my constituents have expressed concerns, and I feel that it's my responsibility to communicate these here today. So let me start by recognising that around a third of South Derbyshire constituents who've been in touch on digital ID were supportive, which is quite unique. People rarely contact me to tell me they are pleased with what I'm doing. There are some significant practical advantages: the ability to prove identity quickly for work, the potential to bring together passports, driving licence and national insurance details in a single secure format, so you wouldn't need to faff around with a utility bill to prove your address anymore, and the benefits for people who currently lack traditional forms of ID. As the digital ID currently stands, this would only be mandatory for those accessing work, although I recognise that many constituents have concerns over mission creep, which I will come back to. Estonia, I won't give way, I'm afraid I want to rattle through. Estonia, Denmark, Belgium, Germany and the Netherlands already operate digital ID systems that make everyday tasks simpler and more efficient. For some, digital ID is a natural progression for a modern digital economy. One constituent told me, we already use our phones and banking apps. That would simply streamline it. If done well and offered for free, digital ID could make employment checks and even voting more accessible. But it is equally important to reflect that roughly 2/3 of responses from my constituents express serious concerns, unfortunately intensified by fear-mongering. We've heard some of that today by some of my parliamentary colleagues. But my constituents' message was clear. We need trust, privacy and inclusion to come first. I will not give way. I'm sorry, I'm rattling through. Many fear that a digital ID could pave the way, however unintentionally, to increase government surveillance or the type of social credit-style monitoring that understandably alarms people. Others raise cybersecurity concerns, and one constituent put it, if it can be hacked, it will be, and then what happens to our data? I'm sure lots of tech companies will be delighted to get hold of our NHS data. South Derbyshire is a rural constituency with significant differences in digital access and inclusion, and many older residents have raised concerns about confidence getting online or using smartphones. But again, at this time, thankfully, digital ID would only be mandatory for people accessing work. And then there are also concerns about cost and priorities, many asking why, in a time of stretched public services, government would invest in a new ID system that's mandatory for workers when we already have passports, licences, national insurance numbers, etc. for this purpose. The public need to feel confident, I will not, that digital ID is secure, inclusive and underpinned by strong, transparent safeguards. So I look forward to hearing more from government about how it intends to build the trust, engage openly with the public and guarantee that no one will be left behind as this technology evolves. And it must have a brilliant user experience. Thank you.